Virgo, this is going to be your monthly for May 2025. And again, just coming off of that Leo energy, we're just going to go for it. But your first card is going to come off the bottom of the deck. The Devil in reverse, because of course, why not? And this is not how I've been doing all of these. Normally I do it card by card, but this, after Leo, I think it's just something ricocheting off of Leo, and that's not your card. That is. You're going to get 8 cards for the month, and then I will draw a 9th card, Virgo, for the energy that will touch every part of your life this month. And well, you're getting 2, so you're getting 10. This one is not for you. I have it in my left hand. It is not for you. Specifically. That is the card that is specifically not for you, because you are not made to celebrate something on your own this month. That will not be a part of your reading. That was just a message for someone, so whoever that was for, there you go. But Virgo, you've got the Devil in reverse, and you know who doesn't love a bad boy, right? You may be releasing something, but I don't think it's something that's yours. I think it's you letting go of control of something else in order to regain control of yourself. However, because Virgo is Virgo, you are going to resent someone not allowing you to control them subtly. Well, I don't like that. Well, good for you, Virgo. I do. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to do it. And it doesn't have anything to do with you. It didn't have anything to do with you to begin with. And this is kind of the conversation that I'm hearing. Like, they didn't want your opinion to begin with, and it was just something they were doing and you were observing. And it bothered you that you didn't have that kind of control over them. Like, oh, well, Virgo doesn't like me doing that. Virgo doesn't like that, so I'm not going to do that around them. I'm not going to let them know that I do that. If somebody else is doing something, Virgo, and you don't like it, mind your damn business. That's all you have to do. There is some control that you still want, though. And that's why that resentment is coming in. It's followed by the 9 of Cups. So you're getting something that you want, and I think that this little bit of luxury that you're going to get is going to come at a price, and you're going to have a lot to juggle. A lot to deal with, and something is going and something is coming. But the thing that's coming, you're going to have to adapt to a lot. It's going to be something you have to manage over time, and that could be a stretch for you for some reason. We've got the Emperor in reverse. I'm more drawn to this than I am the 8 of Cups. The Emperor in reverse is coming in because you have a fear of change, a fear of moving on from something, and even though you're not necessarily controlling anything right now, it's almost as though your inaction is what's controlling everything. Like, what you don't have is what you're using as an excuse for why you're not doing something. Someone else is controlling something, and that's why you're unable to do something. And I didn't even realize that I had the Chariot in my hand. Like, I realized I picked up the card, but I didn't realize that I was holding the Chariot. With the Chariot coming up underneath the Devil in reverse, though, I think that your lack of will is what's going to propel you into this position of trying to integrate into something, but because you don't have that control, because you don't have someone else trying to make you comfortable with something, exercising their own willpower, their own free will, it's going to have you juggling. Well, do I make them happy, or do I make myself happy? Do I have to play their game, or are they going to play mine? Stop playing games, and it's not a question of if you're doing what you want to do, or if you're bowing to their needs. Are you getting done what needs to be done? That's what this adaptability is about. That's what this time management is about. This Emperor in reverse over here underneath this, this trying one more time, it's still going to put you in a position where you are afraid to change something. Like you are being forced to adapt to something, but you're also afraid to adapt to the situation. So you're constantly in the state of a stalemate, even though you've been given something, or you've received something. I'm not saying that you didn't work for this, but you receive something and it's supposed to make you feel better about your situation. However, you're having a problem adapting to this. And with the Hermit coming up, the Hermit is your card, Virgo. And this is you looking to change something, but you also don't, like, you only want to look at the change through, yeah, like this is literally a transition that you need to make. You need to leave something behind and you need to adapt to a new situation, but it looks like it's going to be difficult. Like you're looking at the past and trying to hold on to that for stability rather than looking at the present and trying to make the present work, which is what the Two of Pentacles is about. You're trying to make moves, but at the same time you have like a boot on your car. And you put the boot on just to make things more difficult for yourself, so you have an excuse to not move forward. I don't think this is you, Virgo, but you could be looking like the Emperor in reverse to someone from the outside. Like you're stubborn, like your own inaction is just a tyrant action. It's your refusal, your stubbornness is just your way of maintaining control over a situation. It's quite possible that this Hermit and this Six of Swords is coming up because you need to look at the past and see what it is that happened and what your hand may have done in the mix of all that, and where your own actions could have put the situation into practice. Yeah, okay. And like I said, you're probably going to be my shortest reading this month, Virgo, but we'll see. Instead of 9 cards, you've got 10 total. If you have any anger that you're addressing this month, it's likely because you are finding difficulty with somebody else not managing your priorities. Like I said, it's great that you like something or you don't like something, whatever, that's you, but whenever you expect somebody else to shoulder the burden, if you're not paying them, then why should they care? BYOB, be your own bitch, and do your own bitch work. Because there's this burden, this extra responsibility that is associated with you, which is what's causing this whole Emperor energy to be in your vibe this month. Because you may be trying to do the same things that you were trying to do before, and that's the problem. That's why there's no progress being made. You keep trying to do the same thing that didn't work before. And even though you're looking back on that with the Hermit, and you're trying to make transition, you're trying to change, you're trying to Release something. If you can't release the same thing that you're trying to get hold of again. You can't break up with somebody to get back together with them. Like, that's the problem. And this Emperor energy, again, is like, well, I want what I want, I like what I like, and that's great, you do something about that. It could be you getting right back into the same position that you were before, after being in a very stubborn kind of position and being like, I like what I like, I want what I want, and I'm not going to move on anything that doesn't fit that script. That's fine, nobody's asking you to. But don't be mad whenever somebody else does. If you break up with somebody and you're not interested in them anymore because you don't want to be involved with them anymore, don't expect them to wait for you to change your mind and come back to them. They're going to move on. They're going to find somebody else that they are interested in. And it seems like that you may be seeing your own ideas, your own burdens as more burdensome than they should be. Like, somebody should be helping you carry these burdens. And if it's just the weight of your own decisions, because that's really what this looks like. This is, again, another way to interpret this is that's what this looks like, is like you're having difficulty carrying your own burdens, what you think is necessary, and it's like this domineering position that you find yourself in, to where you can control people with your responsibilities. And if none of these are ever being dealt with, then if the tools that you put in place, the situations that you put in place are not solving anything, they're not tools, they're burdens. Now, these could be bad habits, they could be bad habits. Like, if you get a job and it doesn't pay the bills, then why do you have the job? Find a different job. Find something that does actually do what it's supposed to do for you. If you're taking medicine and it doesn't fix the problem or help alleviate the problem that you're taking it for, then why are you still taking the medication? Why aren't you looking for another solution to these same issues? I think you may be looking for the majority of the month, finding out that a lot of the things that you do don't actually solve the problems that they're meant to. And maybe creating more burdens on top of it, because that there's some kind of desire to move forward, but there's still a lot of stagnation, where it's like the spirit is willing with the Knight of Wands, but it's willing under certain conditions. Like, only if they get to have ice cream on Fridays, or only if they get to keep beating a dead horse with all 10 sticks, There's a lot of... Yeah, because there's personal transition, and these two cards are about looking forward, looking towards the things that you want and the things that need to happen. But at the same time, you're trying to keep these burdens around so that I don't know. I think the Ten of Swords, or the Ten of Wands, is really about keeping things with you because you're told that they were supposed to make your life easier, and they're not. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something else to say with this, because there's opportunity is present. There's plenty of things going on in the present that give you a chance to Manage your time, manage your adaptability. And manage your energy, because a lot of your energy is unfocused. And I don't know if this applies to anyone, but stop looking at the yellow brick road and thinking that it's going to take you somewhere that you want to be. Somebody else built that road, somebody else traveled that road, and other people followed them, and it does not mean that that road is for you. But yeah, I am going to leave that there for you, Virgo. I am doing dailies, weeklies, and monthlies this month, so please tune back in, and I will be doing 72-hour readings that I will release on Thursdays, so please be on the lookout for those, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.